What is up YouTube? It is Matty and welcome to this video where we take a look at a recap between PwC and Grandwich Auto. This is going to be the Town Hall 9 content. So I've already uploaded the Town Hall 10 and the Town Hall 11 raids from our perspective. So please, feel free to go back and check that video. I will put a link to, I think Grandwich Auto have got a YouTube channel, so check out in the description because if they have, I will put a link to it there so you can see their raids on us. But it was a really close war with 81 to 79. I think we were pretty good at the Town Hall 9s on this one, and I think our main sort of we did struggle a little bit in the war, and I think it was around the Town Hall 10s more so than anything else. But anyway, let's look at some Town Hall 9 attacks, and the first one I'm going to show is by Mruxim. Having a little look, and it looks like it's an AQ Walk Govaho. Assuming there's a golem in the CC. I mean, sometimes these days I just eliminate the golem altogether and just use extra Valkyries and just pound through walls and let the Valks tank for each other and that sort of thing. So it's I've opened up the versatility a little bit, I guess. Doesn't need to be a flat Govaho anymore, but when you've got a level 30 queen and when you've got exposed air defences like this, because the air defences are not going to be a threat, you're only going to get a good, only going to get extra value by throwing a queen walk in. Just from the sheer number of defences she can actually take down. She can handle the clan castle, she can handle enemy heroes. There's just so many options you've got with her, and you can see already here, 2 arch towers dealt with. He's creating a little bit of a funnel. It looks like he might be going for a break-in, I assume. But yeah, there you can see it. The 3rd arch tower is going down now, and with this one he's also going to get a wizard tower, another air defense, another arch tower, another cannon, going to get the CC. So there's lots and lots of value he's gaining with controlling the hound. That single hog rider, then what a ledge. He went and was able to get this the CC pull, bring it over to the queen, and you can see here he thinks he's doing the same method as me, which is just extra Valkyries, Valks to funnel, Valkyries to go in. There goes some more Valkyries in the CC. I was going to say hadn't used the jump then. Puts the jump and pre-heals the Valkyries down as well. So check this out. They're going in. They're happily in that heal spell now. Starting to take down the queen. She's dead. King, he's dead. Nearly. Rage spell there to push them through even further. And you can see that they're now into the next compartment. And just look at it. I mean, with those hog riders going in, did he even need the hog riders? You know, it was so smoothly done. No need for golem, just Valks, hogs and queen walk, and you are pretty much set. There were some troll Teslas in the corners. In fact, 4 troll Teslas in all, in every corner of the base. Some hog riders ended up able to take them down, and he still walked over the swag spell and that little legendary goblin that sat in his camp. So sick attack. Well, that's it. Sick attack. That's all I need to say. Andrew, let's check you out, son. Mr. YouTuber himself. Main YouTuber for PwC prior to my arrival on the scene. So again, a link to his channel should, if I remember, end up in the description. So check it out as well. Wall breaking in. Good control so far. Wife has got home, so I'm gonna have to pause the video here and we'll have to carry on the video once a little bit later today. Apologies there for the slight technical hitch, and we are now in with Andrew. So few loons, few hogs, few Valks. He's got a bit of a queen walk going on, so it's going to be a bit of everything this raid. And I think what we're going to see, because he's got the double jump, you're going to see the Valks enter in through the north. They're going to push all the way through to the south to get the queen, and while they're the queen's sort of being taken down, he'll then be free to use loons at the bottom side of the base. So it's pretty strong scouting. I mean, I can't believe he kept that so long. That would have scared me a little bit on the queen's health there. But you can see the nice easy CC pull there, gets the golem coming out, and he's going to have to take that down quite soon. My battery's running low on my laptop, just out of all things. So I'm going to need to sort that out. But the healers are dying, but he's got the Valkyries going in through the north side of the base giant to distract the defences there while the wall breakers broke in. Apologies if there is any noise in the background. I'm just trying to get my laptop charger whilst we're recording, and of course it's not even in the case. However, I found it here. Excellent. So Valk's moving through now, and you'll see on the left hand side of the base towards 9 o'clock he's already dropped the hogs down, and as soon as the Valks are on the queen, which they are, the loons go down and they're going to help take down the final portion of the base. So each portion of the base from the north, south, east to west was taken care of by its own set of troops. King and Valks for the north, Queen Walk for the right, hogs for the left, and then loons for the south. So as long as you account for each, if the base is quite segmented in this way, just sort of, I guess that this came down to good review, noticing there were no air defences down the bottom side, and once obviously the queen was dead, then he would be free to use and 7 Valks is enough to be able to break through. Queen Walk was a good idea, controlled the CC quite nicely, so yeah, overall a nicely orchestrated raid. Next one I'm going to show is number 26. We've got Scotty being attacked by Ray Monster. Let's check out the raid and see how it goes down. So, Larloon, 3 hounds and 16 loons. It's quite a standard setup. In fact, I think does he use the double golem? We're about to find out. It looks like, I think it's actually a hound in the CC. If you look at the entry point he's doing, the golem going in, the king and the queen going in, he's all working towards taking 1 air defense down, preferably the sweeper, the queen, and the CC, and all of the things that are in the area as well, just to make sure. But with all those gone, he'll be left with 3 air defences and 4 hounds with 16 loons, which is quite a decent amount. Obviously, it always helps if you can get something like a not Tesla. It helps if you can get something like an Expo down, because that makes a big difference. Or, in fact, just Teslas will... Every additional defence you get is helpful. So the 2 hounds are sat on the first air defence. 3rd hound going on to the second air defence. And with the 4th one going in soon, he's just using surgical loons. And what I like here is actually a split between the north and the south defence-wise. They don't really link. So if you watch the north loons, they're pushing through to the opposite side of the base. Meanwhile, the southern loons are being raised and taken into that expo, and then they're going to swoop across the base and join up with this other wave of loons that's joining on that final air defence. And in fact, the loons all sort of come together now on the final few defences, with the wizard tower distracting the smaller group of loons, which is ideal, and then all loons join on that final defence. So it was just a really beautiful deployment of the hounds and loons, which really put this raid together. It just looks so effortless and comfortable, from the hero entry and takedown part to the actual hound drop and loon drop. It just, and the amount of pups he's got left, it just all tick the boxes. So bit of cold-blooded Larloon for you in this one. There are going to be some more Larloon raids coming up soon as well. So the next one we're going to show, I believe, is number 20. Let's have a little look. There is always a bit of rhyme or rhythm as to what the attacks I show and the raids I demonstrate, and I like to choose I have my own little method of picking my favourites. Nothing to do with the player or who actually performs the attack. It's all to do with how the raid flows, how it feels, and if I'm bringing you the best raids, then it might give you a bit of ideas. I mean, I could start showing some of the wrong raids, the less smooth raids, shall we say, and I think that's actually a good idea for the channel and for for educational purposes, for showing what not to do or how raids can go wrong. But I guess in a recap, we're trying to find the best of the best, because it's just I think that if you can lead by example, if you can show what to do, it often gives better insight, maybe. Albeit that I do know that learning what not to do is also very vital to progressing. Anyway, enough of that. Great queen walk so far. Queen down, and now the golem is coming into play. The queen's regaining her health, and he is going to be taking down the golem. Now, I believe you can see no spells have been needed so far, so really smooth on that part. It's using a king and a couple of wizards to take down a couple of defences there. There's really not much point damage towards that side of the base, so it's going to be fine. And then it's just going to be an overload of Hog Riders to finish up the base. Probably a heal spell towards that Wizard Tower is going to be ideal here. Anywhere here, there you go. And then going through onto that Expo. Just, yeah, I think he's going to be left. It just looks like he's got 4 heals to do the job of, what, 2? I don't know. Good use of the heal spells and the Hog Riders so far. And I think he's got, I mean, it looks so comfortable, didn't it? He's got the 4th heal there. Did he actually need it? I really don't think so, to be honest. But better be safe than sorry, especially in an arranged war versus a very good clan. Loads of hogs left, able to just decimate the base. It was just a really smooth attack. Nice little queen walk to take down the key threats. No notable double giant bombs which were going to cause him any issue from the entry point he chose, so didn't have to worry about that side of it. Next one I'm going to show is by Narco Pred. Let's check out the raid. It is a Go Verho with a couple of loons and EQ as well, so breaking open the core, and that's going to allow him access to a huge portion of the base. You can see straight through the bottom side you're going to have access directly in, so he's been able to open up, I would probably say, about a 70%, 80% of the internal areas of the base with just that one earthquake. So the slight vulnerability on the attack, on the defense there, allowing it such an important well, such a huge area of the base able to be opened up so easily, shall we say. I think that's the best way to explain it. Anyway, Valk's going in with the king and the queen, and it's just an absolute sort of rush in. Valk should deal with the queen quite with the witch quite quickly, actually, because they're splash damage and because they're fast and because they're there's a lot of them and their damage per second is so high. Dealing with witches won't be any issue for them. So king, queen, everyone's looking good going on the inside now, and he's going to get such a huge portion of this base. But because he hasn't had to do any he hasn't done any walks, anything like that, he's got a lot of troop space left. So 15 hog riders and some loons going in. Unfortunately, that archer tower towards sort of 2 o'clock didn't go down to the 2 loons that he dropped down. Looks like the one at 10 o'clock will. Going to need hogs to finish up the archer tower at 2, but the hogs are going around through the base. If you can get that Tesla down, it's going to help, and that wizard tower, which is done. And in fact, there's barely anything left already. Valk's left, no defences left now, and the and Narco's got Valks on the field, he's got hogs on the field. I think he did have a loon, but I think it fell. But with king and queen, just looking really solid. Dominated the base, no walk necessary, just an absolute decimation there. So great to see, huge attack, good job by Narco. Moving on, 18, Schwag. Let's check it out. Unusual base design. You don't normally see something like this in a high-end clan war. It's almost like you're experimenting almost. But some of these bases can throw you off. Queen walk starting. You can see it's a Larloon attack. What value is he going to get with the queen walk? He's going to want to get at least 1 air defense, that's for sure. And not just a bunch of trash buildings, but maybe you're going to want something meatier as well. Definitely going to want to see what we can do with the CC, the enemy archer queen. Is that going to be dealt with by the queen or the king? Can he get an extra air defense? We're all going to find out in a few minutes, I guess, as this raid progresses. Just waiting for the queen to do her thing. Timer might be an issue because of the sheer quantity of or size of the walk he's doing. But with the giant and the wall breakers breaking in, queen is not soon going to be on the enemy queen. Nice poison spell there to slow her down. Could have done with the poison spell slightly high. Maybe he might drop a poison spell as well, or it looks like he's holding on to it. The rage, Ben's coming down. The rage spell is there, which will help the queen take down that golem. And she's going to need to take the queen down soon, so he wants to get rid of it quite quick. Level 30 queen, although she's powerful, it still takes a while to take down the golem. You can queen on queen here, ability pop just to deal with that. Nicely controlled there, and we're only a minute and a half left, so this one was going to be tight on the timer. Give us 1 second while Ben is running around. Here comes the CC Hound. The second air defense has gone down, so now he's actually taken 2 air defenses down with the queen walk, and here come the hounds to go in with the loons, and everything should be that bit smoother. The one expo is distracted, on the Queen. She's already taken down quite a few defences there, and you can see those rage spells are just pushing those hounds straight in through, and the loons straight through the base, and they're gonna, and in fact, because everything is now so compact, things are going to start going a little bit crazy with the loons. They're going to just decimate things very quickly. Not long left until all their defences are gone. That hand took a little bit of a slap by the air bomb there, but there's really nothing that's going to do any major damage now. It's basically, the raid is done. It's always going to come down to time because of the size of the walk you have to do, but we're looking pretty good. So raid over. Okay guys, if you are still with me, you have made it through to the last raid, so congratulations I guess. Anyway, here we are. Look, this is a Queen Walk Laloon with a Valk. Anyway, I don't know what this raid is. It just looks like a standard Queen Walk Laloon. I don't know what that single Valk is doing there. I can only assume there's a Valks in the CC. Otherwise, what is the point in one Valkyrie unless it's used for funneling? I just don't see the value it can add. I forgot what the raid is as well, so you can watch it with me and we can talk through it and see how we feel. Second rage spell used on the Queen, so that walk is going to be quite potent. There is unfortunately quite scarily a P.E.K.K.A there, and a max P.E.K.K.A in a clan castle always is a little bit of a concern, especially when it gets so close to the Queen. Popping the ability at the perfect time, and the P.E.K.K.A is dealt with. So now all he has to do is get some more point defense down, and I think, well, because he's already taken one air defense, what can he do to get the second? And here we're going to see Valkyrie is actually used for funneling there, King going in and being broken into that one compartment. So the Valkyrie was used more of a funnel, and he's going to get the second air defense down. So with the Queen doing so much damage at the moment, 3 rage spells actually used for her because of the amount of DPS she is absorbing. Loons are going to help, but with only 2 air defences to go, 2 hounds on the first one, should throw this third hound on the second one, and then it is essentially raid done. The question is, can the Queen survive? And no, she can't is the answer. She was taking 2 expos on her, which basically means she did. Anywho, with the hounds now almost defeated, it's just loons left. The rage spell position is really going to help him because he needs to get through and get to that air defense as quickly as possible. With the healers now set on the King, they're going to help him out. Got some decent amount of pups on the base, so cleanup wise he's looking pretty good. So anyway, final defenses go down. Looks like it was a nice 3-star. Well done, damn. That brings us to a close on the Town Hall 9s this war. So we've now covered the 10s and 11s attacks on the other video, which is in the description. We've covered the 9s attacks in this video, and that concludes the war versus Grand Witch Auto. So really strong clan to fight against. It was a very interesting war. There were some worrying moments. It was, you know, we had to pull some things out the bag at the end, but luckily able to keep the win on this one. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section, and I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.